All right, so man, I just need to, I guess, document this, more for me than anybody else. But the hell with it, I'll put it on YouTube, and if it helps some people out, then it helps some people out. But yeah, so much of life, you go through it, and you it just goes undocumented. The important things that you do in life, so many of them. You might look back and you say, oh, I accomplished this or I accomplished that. But then the individual struggles and the letdowns that come along the way, and all of that seems to get lost into, the end result, whether you did this or did that, or didn't do this or didn't do that. So anyway, long story short, here it is. I started this journey at around 320 pounds. I got diagnosed. I'm 40 years old, and I'm about 5'10". Married with 2 kids, and I had a relatively, I had a sedentary job. And one day, I looked around me and I was like, this is before the COVID thing. The guys that I was working with, they weren't really, there's nothing wrong with the type of work I was doing. I was working in the financial industry. But it was kind of a sales position. And I looked around at the guys that I was working with, and they were all really avaricious, or greedy, and money driven, and I don't know, they just weren't the what you'd think of, like when you think about men. They weren't men. They were office workers, right? So I told myself that I needed a job, that was a little bit more hands-on. So I decided, a little ambitious, I decided to become, or apply to be a police officer, a sheriff's deputy, with our local sheriff's department in the town that I live in. And it's I didn't really know what was involved. I mean, the first thing, of course, is you fill out this lengthy application, and they do some preliminary background checks and say, oh, okay, here's a contingent letter of employment. Of course, it's contingent on a lot of stuff, believe me. So one of the things it's contingent upon is a physical agilities test. So, I'm on my weight loss journey from, like 319 to 280, where I'm at right now. And I'm feeling good about myself. And I realized that there's some running involved in this physical agilities test. And I'm like, oh, damn. So my cardio sucks, and fellas, if you're on a weight loss journey, that's cool. You can lose weight, but just because you lose weight doesn't necessarily mean that you're, fit to fight or fit to do anything, really. It just means that you weigh less, unless you're doing it right. So, there's a lot of different theories out there. I was recently diagnosed with diabetes, so I'm a full-blown diabetic, and so I decided to back myself into a corner, give myself no other option but to succeed. So I don't know if this was smart or stupid, but it's what I did. So a couple days ago, I quit my job, that financial job that paid pretty well, had really kick-ass health insurance. Yep. So quit my job and decided that I was going to fully commit and not leave myself a way out. And so I've been hitting the cardio pretty hard. Now, cardio at 280 pounds, running sucks. It's really hard in the joints. Really, really hard to get started. You can sit on an elliptical all day long, but the physical agilities test for my department, or the agency I'm trying to go for, it's on the pavement. It's not on an elliptical, right? So, it's not an elliptical test. Bad guys aren't gonna get on an elliptical and, pretend to run away. And they're not asking for much. They're asking for, a mile in 12 minutes. And then there's in addition to that, there's an agilities course, which has some, 2 sprinting like parts. And then there's a dummy drag, and, you got to climb up some stairs and climb down some stairs and all of that for time. So I'm not really I might change my tune after I do it, but I'm not as concerned about the obstacle course as I am the mile run, right? So pacing myself has been pretty difficult. Again, I'm wearing a knee brace or whatever, and that sucks. And then, sucking wind towards the last, part of it, just to find out that I'm just shy of the 12 minute mark. It sucks. So I told myself, so I have no regrets, that I'm going to put the work in, and I have been. And so, I'm just going to sort of kind of document what I'm doing. When I go to the gym, I run on the road once a week, just to see where my times are at on the road. But I do low impact cardio in the gym every day. Just to get my heart rate up and get my cardio working. Sometimes my legs will burn too, like around the shins, it's not a shin splint, it's like a muscle burn. So anyway, I go to one of these kind of expensive gyms where I live at, and they've got a couple of ellipticals that I use that I found that have really helped me out so far. There's one called the Lateral X, and it really gets my quads, and man, I can't do that sumbitch for more than, pardon my language, for more than I don't know, 8 minutes. It hurts, man. It's different than a fixed elliptical. And then I use this thing by Octane Fitness. It's like the XT 4700 or whatever. And that's actually an elliptical, but it's more of a free range elliptical. And I'll stay on that thing for about 30 minutes or so, just to keep my heart rate, pumping. And of course I do a lot of stretching to try and avoid injury. But here's the thing, man. I'm making this video. I'm not 100% sure, I'm going to pass. 100% sure I'm going to give it 100% of my effort. But, man, it's kind of scary, honestly. But, I really want to do this. So I'm kind of committed, and I'm going for it. And if I don't make it this go round, maybe, hopefully, in a couple weeks, they'll let me do it again. But I'm trying not to think like that. I'm going to do whatever I need to do psychologically to, if there's a gap of 10 or 15%, I'm going to try to, demand more of my body and make it work, But yeah, that's where I'm at. So, I just felt like I'd put this out there, for guys that are heavier guys that are maybe older and going for a physical agilities test, or going through the hiring process for local law enforcement, or any law enforcement really, where they have they're always going to have a physical standard that you're going to have to meet. So, you know, I'm coming in this thing humble, but I'm committed, you know, because I have to have this thing work. So, anyway, that's pretty much it, man. I hope anyone who watches this finds a little bit of inspiration. Don't quit. Continue, follow your dreams. Don't be afraid to fail. And, you know, just pursue your goals, you know. So that's what I'm doing. And, you know, that's what I would tell my kids to do if they ask me for advice. And so, you know, that's what I'm doing. And that's the kind of man that I want them to see that I am. So anyway, yeah, signing off, man. All right, so this is the 20th. PAT's on the 26th. I'll check in tomorrow after my workout. All right. Hope everyone's having a great day, and stay tuned for the journey. All right. Bye-bye.